When Krishna dances, it looks like and it feels like his heart is touching directly our hearts. He's so gentle, so charming, so sweet. His movements are so delicate and so precise. His eyes, while he's dancing, are always fixed on his Shyamaju, his Pyariju. He's expert in dancing while turning his body and his head around him. He is indescribable. It's like clouds of butterflies are touching us, touching our soul, so gentle, so soft. And his charm, it's just endless. His body is sparkling like millions of small stars and millions of small blue sapphires. His skirt is so charming and soft, made from soft silk, yellow silk today. And while dancing, he looks so cute and so special. It is very difficult to describe his dance. His shawl is flying around him, and his hands are turning and making different mudras, and all are just to express his love towards Pyariju. And his Pyariju is just sitting and watching at him. He has placed her on a beautiful jeweled throne. And she is sitting very elegantly, very majestic, and looking at him with half open eyes, full of unlimited ananda, unlimited ras, nectar. It's like nectar is dropping out of them. So much love she has for him, it's just hypnotizing to look the waves exchanging between them, the rays between them, the connection between them. It's unbreakable. His eyes are moving left and right, but in the same time, his head also, and how his head is moving like this, the eyes are staying fixed on her Rupa Madhuri. She is drinking his Rupa Madhuri, and he is drinking her Rupa Madhuri. Today he chose the shringar for her, the dress for her. Today he chose personally every necklace for her, and he placed it around her neck. Today, personally, he decorated her crown, her chandrika, and her hair, her veni. Veni is the bride, the long braided hair is veni. There is one song, Veni Guta Kahako Radhe. Krishna says, oh Radhe, only I know how to make your veni, how to braid your hair. Only I know how really you wish. And while dancing on the ground, on the Brajaraj, the lucky, the fortunate dust of the eternal Vrindavan Dham of Nikunj Dham is melting from happiness and in the same time flying around his feet like a small clouds and decorating them and making them to look more charming and more majestic. His feet are so soft while stepping, every step, every dancing step on the Brajaraj, and so many footprints are there from his beautiful feet, and all the signs are printed on the Brajaraj, and all the flowers which are left and right from him in the garden, they are trying to extend themselves and trying to touch his feet, and from the creepers above him, left and right also, beautiful aromatic flowers are falling down and looking like snowflakes, and they are landing on his lotus feet, on his cheeks, on his hands, on his shoulders, on his forehead, on his hair. And when he turns around, then they are flying away from him, and it looks like cloud of beautiful, majestic beauty is surrounding him. His flute, sometimes he has it around his belt, on his belt, under his belt, how to say, and sometimes he holds it in the hand, one or the other, and sometimes he makes solo, he plays his beautiful melody, which is more than words, which says more than words can say, which expresses all his love for Shyamaju. His love is, I think, nobody can describe. This we know very well, and I can't even try to describe. It's just oceans, all the oceans of this universe and all the universes gathered together are not enough to measure the intensity of his and amount of his love for his Shyamaju. Now he is very happy to see his Shyamaju also dancing with him. That's why he is asking her with his hand, showing her his hand, and asking her to give him her hand. And she is looking at his beautiful lotus eyes and towards up, because he's standing and she's sitting, and he's gently bringing her up. She's standing up, and he's turning her around her, and she's making like turn, and it looks so impressive. Her skirt is flying around her, and the putta head shawl is also flying around her, and all the jewelries are flying around her. Some flowers are falling down from her veni, from her braided hair. Also some small diamonds are falling around and sparkling, like many small suns are around, or stars. Wherever she steps and whatever dance she makes on the ground, there lotuses are appearing. And they're dancing together now and looking at each other's eyes. And drinking each other's love directly in their hearts. And we are watching while playing our instruments, while singing for them, and also dancing with little distance. Not so dominant, just we want them to be in the center. And this is just a normal daily lila, which they are doing today after the Shringar Arati on the bank of Yamunaji, in one beautiful, beautiful garden. Today they are in the green garden, very beautiful green garden made from green emeralds, and everywhere is sparkling. It looks very, very impressive and very romantic for them, and very royal. There everything is full of opulence. In unlimited amounts. The fountains left and right from them, they're also dancing, their waters are dancing and giving also the ragas in the same tune by touching the drops of the water. Well, the drops of the water are touching each other while dancing. So beautiful melodies are coming out. And the lotuses are covering now the Brajaraj, because by every step lotuses are appearing. So now they're dancing on the lotuses. And these fortunate lotuses are so happy. They're full of ananda because their lotus feet are dancing on them. And it feels so cooling to them, to the lotus feet of Shyama Shyam, and so soft to dance on those beautiful lotuses, which in the meantime they look like only lotus petals. They don't want to hurt their feet, so they just have left their petals and the rest have disappeared. Many beautiful birds are flying, and while flying they look so cute and so sweet. They are looking towards them from the side or from above while flying. And they're so intoxicated that they lose their focus where they wanted to land or which way they wanted to fly. And all the birds are Sakis who have taken this form for that lila. All the plants, creepers, the Brajaraj, the lotuses, the grass, the fountains, everything is Saki. There, everything is Saki. Their clothes, their jewelries, everything is Saki. So now, while dancing, now the dancing starts to get more passionate. And Krishna is looking with his sidelong glances at Shyamaju and charming her, enchanting her. And she's so mesmerized by this act, this how he's doing, how he's looking at her, that she's almost fainting. And then he's taking her gently in his embrace. He's embracing her, and his peacock feather from that movement is falling on the ground, on the lotus petals. And Shyamaju is watching this, and with her left hand she's taking it while falling and while he's catching her because she's almost on the ground but he's catching her, so she's taking in the same moment the peacock feather, and while coming up with him together she's putting the peacock feather in his crown. And he's smiling gently at her, and with tears in his eyes, telling her without words how much he loves her. Their love is like sweetest melody, the most intoxicating melody. So I will stop here for today, and I wish you a beautiful day full of Radha Krishna Anand. Radhe Radhe.